I have been told that there are entities or spirits around, if you will,
Yeah.
and I can be feeling really good about going to work,
Yes.
and then I walk in and I start hating it from the minute I cross the threshold.
Yeah.
And this these negative thoughts come up, and what I do is I say to myself, be gone, and try to get them to go away
Mhm.
and leave me. Is there any validity to that, do you think?
I totally believe it. People will argue with this, and that's fine. That's totally fine. They're just not my folks because I've had so many experiences myself in a hospital. I used to be a hospital chaplain, and honestly, you're absolutely. I don't. Maybe it could be explained some other way. Um, what I do, and one of the things that I teach people, is to just simply ask, "Is this mine?" When you walk into something like that, is this mine? And I'll just teach a little technique here right now. Uh, if if you ask the question and things lighten up, it's not yours. You don't have to tell it to be gone because there's something in the be gone that keeps us attached, keeps us in the fight, in the interaction. You just simply ask, "Is this mine?" And it will light. If you lighten up, it's not yours. And the other thing is, if it is yours for some reason, you can you will feel a bit heavier and it won't lighten up. Basically, you don't feel heavier, it just doesn't lighten up. And then what I suggest is then you just send that energy down into the earth, through your body, through your feet, as compost energy for Mother Earth. She loves that kind of stuff, just loves it. Like, oh, you're recycling, you're recycling gunk. Because I think there's a lot in a hospital. Um, well, in many settings, but in a hospital, there's so much drama and there's so much going on. Sometimes it's not entities, it's just gunk, it's just stuff. Someone cried in the room and you walk into that. Um, I'll tell you a little something of mine so that you know that I know this. Um, I've been sharing a house and it's an older house. And one of my tasks is to put the dishes in the dishwasher. And every single morning I feel crappy. But what happens is I start feeling resentful and it feels real to me. I find things in my house to be resentful about. Uh, I just feel hateful and resentful as I'm saying. It took me a long time to realize, oh, I'll bet there was a woman who stood at this sink for years and years and years, feeling full of resentment, feeling sad, feeling depressed. And I walk into it and then I walk out of it. But now we could say she's standing there and I step into it. I don't think it is she's standing there. I think there's a vortex of energy that she created every single day by having those thoughts at that one spot. Um, and once I started saying, "Is this mine?" It just lifted. And every once in a while, I'll walk into it and I'll feel the feelings coming back, but I'm so separated from it now that they don't. I know it's not me. So I think that's a really important thing to remember, that when we're suddenly hit with something, that could be not ours, but someone else's inner critic. And very often children, a lot of the places that we get this stuff is from our upbringing. And one of the things that children do, because they're so sensitive, is they pick up their parents' inner voices. So, I mean, my mother used to say, her name was Patricia. Her name was Pat, actually. And she would say, "That's so stupid, Patricia." And I just took it in. I knew it wasn't mine, but that energy of that voice is mine now because I took it into my body. So I'm sure these things come up when we're vulnerable, when we're looking for work, when we're alone by ourselves. And But they also can come up when we're around other people and we don't know that it's us. It could be our colleague. It could be somebody on the bus. Yeah.
Well, that's a great tip. Thank you, Ahulani, to ask, is this mine?
Yeah.
And it's so simple.